Mistakes I made in my 30s. Mistake 1. I hired people with strong pedigree and great brands on their resume, ignoring how they operated as people. I assumed their degrees would drive their success. As you grow professionally, it is not what you know, but how you deal with people that determines your success. Mistake 2. I told myself that relationships can wait. That call to my parents can wait. Saying, "I love you" to my wife and kids can wait. Spending time with them without my phone can wait. I told myself, I don't have the time. Time is the only thing that matters. Everything else can wait. Mistake 3. I managed everyone the same way, my way, the way that was easy for me, scalable for me, convenient for me. If there is anything that should not scale with size, it is leadership. It should get harder for you to lead as you grow, because people are different. They are not you. Mistake 4. I felt having a second child would be a disaster. It would make me feel even more guilty for not being present as a father to our son. When you don't have anyone, you have your siblings. And that's something you don't ask for. Your parents give you that gift. Mistake 5. I put all my savings into illiquid assets, real estate, startups. And when we went through financial turmoil, we lived like urban poor, selling jewelry to make ends meet. It's easy to cut a check. Only when you see money come of it do you call it an investment. Mistake 6. I assumed everyone's definition of and motivation for success is the same. That of glory, that of respect, that of inspiring others. Everyone has a different definition of success, and only if your work sets other people up for their success will you be successful yourself. Mistake 7. After the birth of our first child, I felt I lost my partner to my son's mother. I missed my friend, my confidant, because she was always busy rearing our child. It is only when both parents contribute in raising their child that they keep their partnership alive. Mistake 8. I felt bad once all the awards stopped coming my way after I started Nearby. When I had an easy job at Groupon, I was spoken of. When I worked the hardest ever, no one noticed. The awards are never for us, they are for the positions we hold. Mistake 9. I felt venture capitalists were in the business of building businesses together with the founders, and our interests were thus aligned. Venture capitalists are in the business of entering and exiting businesses, and that often means the interests will eventually clash. Mistake 10. I was convinced I would do well financially if I became an entrepreneur. I would raise tons of money and be worth millions. Never start up because you want to make money from it. The odds of making the same money through a boring professional career are much higher. Mistake 11. I assumed people would be okay if we laid them off and found them another job. No. Laying people off is rarely about the job, it is about their self-respect. Mistake 12. I maxed my credit cards, borrowed money from friends, delayed my payments, just so I could continue to maintain the lifestyle that I had. I felt going down on that was a sign of failure. Treating our lifestyle standards as a measure of our success is a sign of failure. Mistake 13. I thought that no one wants to be led. Everyone wants to do their own thing, so let them. Not true. 99% of people want to be led. They want to be told what to do, and then they will go on to do their best. They want to be led, not managed. Mistake 14. I allowed my irrational optimism about the future take over the need to be deliberate and thoughtful before making decisions. I assumed an everything will be okay approach towards everything. Hope is not a strategy. In my 20s, I dropped out of my PhD, finished an MBA, worked in consulting, earning a lot, started up with some success, had founder conflicts that led me to leave. At 29, I was jobless, with no money, no plans, and no visibility. But I learnt a lot. In my 30s, I started 2 businesses, raised money, laid off people, made absolutely no money for myself and my investors, made poor people decisions, and wasn't a good father. At 39, I was again jobless, with no money, no plans, and no visibility. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm fortunate that my 30s were much better than my 20s when it comes to the mistakes that I made and the impact they had on me. As the decade passed, I realized what is truly important in life. It wasn't money for me, or fame, or recognition. It was the ability to do what I wanted to without caring about what the world thinks of me. I made a lot of mistakes on my way to arrive at this definition of success, and I consider myself fortunate. If it weren't for these mistakes, I would still be an ill-aware 41-year-old adult who knows nothing better than a 5-year-old does. Reflecting upon my mistakes has taught me the most about myself. I hope it does the same magic for you too.